I haven't seen all your gold medal wins, but it seemed like that celebration, a little slap of the pool, a lot of emotion for you. You just could talk about why the exuberance and what was going through your mind there.
Yeah, I was just happy with the time and just happy with how it felt, and really, any gold medal it's not easy to win. So I'm just trying to appreciate the moment, and I don't mean to celebrate that much, but it comes out, just the happiness and the joy, it just comes out.
Next question, please.
Question for Katie in English. Henry Bushnell from Yahoo Sports. Just following up on that a bit, after the 400 on Saturday, I guess it was, you had a few days off. Did you have any doubts that you were going to have a time like this in you tonight over the past few days?
Yeah, I would say even after my prelim yesterday, I just was kind of feeling like those first 3 swims, each one of them felt faster than the time, and I think, doubts enter your mind. You just, you just try to stay positive through it all, and it's kind of been like how it's been all year for me, really, just through training. Like, there's so many ups and downs, and Coach Nesty and all my coaches do a really good job of keeping me steady, keeping me on track, reminding me to trust the process. And again, that's just why I was so happy in the end. Like, I just felt like I finally put together a swim that matched how I felt, was in line with what I felt I was capable of, even just between trials and this meet as well. Just kind of finally having a swim that, like a time that I could feel pretty happy with.
Yeah, please.
Christoph Becker from Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung in Frankfurt, Germany. Congratulations to all 3 of you. I would ask the question in German, if that's okay, because it goes to Isabel Gose. Frau Gose, können Sie, herzlichen Glückwunsch erst nochmal, auch auf Deutsch, können Sie mal beschreiben, wie Sie dieses Duell wahrgenommen haben mit Simona Quadarella über 1450 Meter?
Ja, das war ja irgendwie nichts Neues. Das war ein Konkurrenzkampf, den ich jetzt über die letzte Saison doch schon gut kennengelernt habe. Und ja, ich habe sie in dem richtigen Rennen geschlagen. Und bin wirklich stolz darauf, dass unsere harte Arbeit und die letzten Trainingslager, die letzten Trainingswochen so gut aufgegangen sind. Und ja, ich bin einfach super happy.
Next question.
To Katie in English, congratulations, Steve Futterman. I have 2 questions. I have a follow-up. First of all, can you talk about when you realized that you are doing so well in this event? I mean, you led from start to finish. Is there a sense of calm that comes over you when you realize you have this huge lead? What's going through your mind?
I felt like I was holding really steady splits, and that was my goal coming into it, just holding consistent 50s. And yeah, there was no real point in the race where I felt like I really fell off. So I felt good all the way through, and mentally I was just using all of the tricks that I've used, through all these years of distance swimming. I have a lot of tricks up my back pocket. So just counting down the number of 50s left, thinking about people in my life, my teammates, my family, my friends, thinking about just kind of getting through the race. Like, you kind of tell yourself, like, I just got to get to the 1100, and and then there's nothing left, or just got to get to the 1400. So just kind of positive self-talk. I'm sure they would say the same thing. Like, there are just so many different things that are going through your head, and you just have to stay focused on each lap.
And I apologize for this question. I want you to celebrate, but someone told me that Dora Torres was 44 and won a silver medal. In 4 years, you're going to be a child of 31. Is it realistic to think that you might want to compete in Los Angeles in 4 years, home country, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, I've been consistent over these last few months and last few years in saying that I would love to compete in LA, and that hasn't changed. That could change. I mean, you never know. So I really just take it year by year at this point, and I really haven't thought much beyond this week in terms of what my fall is going to look like, what my next year is going to look like. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm close to being finished in the sport yet. I'd love to continue on, and just seeing the kind of support that the French athletes are getting here, I think all of the U.S. athletes are, thinking about how cool that could be in Los Angeles, having the home crowd. So that would be amazing to be able to compete there. Yeah.
In the first row.
Nastya, congratulations. How are you? 3 years ago, you was 7th in this distance, and after this, you have changed country. Now you have silver medal. All people support you. How are you? Tell us.
Sorry for my English. In 2021, I was more young, and je peux parler français?
Ouais, c'est bon.
Dans la tête, j'étais pas comme maintenant, et maintenant, je suis plus forte dans la natation, dans ma distance et dans la tête. Bon, c'est deux différents gens.
Okay. Question.
I don't speak English.
Mike Sealski from the Philadelphia Inquirer in English for Katie. Katie, you've talked a lot tonight since the race about your mental process and your preparation and what you do while you're swimming and the tricks you use. How do you prevent that from lapsing into a lack of concentration? I mean, the 1,500, that distance and the preparation that goes into it, the day after day after day, stroke after stroke after stroke, how do you make each stroke count, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I show up here and just use my tricks here. I have to use those tricks every day in training. So, I know how to balance thinking about my stroke, thinking about how I'm feeling, thinking about what lap I'm on with other things that can enter my mind. So, probably my first focus is just counting the laps, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. But then, we've got a nice little lap counter at the bottom of the pool, so, it allows you to think about some other things and have that as a double check on the lap count. And, so I keep things very simple in my head. I mean, it probably sounds like I think about a lot, but I'm very to the point. I kind of have this voice in my head that, has been consistent over the years, kind of in its tone and in its positivity that I try to have in these final races. And it was just a very positive, good voice today that definitely helped me along.
On the very left, yeah.
Over here on left, Katie. Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic in English. You make history all the time. There's always some benchmark. So with this one, eight gold medals in your career at the Olympics, what does that mean to you?
Each one means a lot, and as I said earlier, just each one is challenging in its own way, and I try not to really dwell on history or the magnitude of things. Again, I'll just let you guys do that. But yeah, those women that I'm up there with now, they're people that I've looked up to for so many years. I consider many of them friends, supporters, people that I was watching swim when I was just starting out in the sport. So that's very special to me to share that with them, and they've definitely inspired me. So I hope that some little girl out there is watching and will come along and get up there with all of us someday too.
Last two questions. Yeah.
This is in English for Katie, Lachlan McCurdy from the Daily Telegraph. 17 medals now for America in these Olympic Games in the pool, but only the third gold. Do you hope that with some big events coming up in the next few days, this result can kind of spark a really big push in the back end of the swim section of this meet?
Yeah, I think we have some really great events coming up. And yeah, I think we're building through the week. And even though we maybe don't have quite as many golds as silver and bronze, we're still having some really great swims. People stepping up, swimming best times. Tori's silver medal today really fired me up. And then even in that same race, I know Gretchen got 8th, but she swam a best time. So there's swims like that. Some of my teammates are swimming their first Olympic final. So there's a lot to be proud of with this team, and a lot that we're looking forward to as well. Some relays coming up, some big individual events. So we're just going to keep building. I think we feel pretty good about how this meet's going so far and what's to come.
Last question, please.
Hi, Sebastian Winter from Süddeutsche Zeitung in German for Isabel. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Isabel, zur Bronze. Was bedeutet für dich diese Medaille jetzt so, wenn du die letzten 2-3 Jahre Revue passieren lässt, wo es ja auch mal nicht so einfach war mit 4. Plätzen und so weiter? Und wie war es auf der Ehrenrunde? Wen hast du alles umarmt? Was ist dir durch den Kopf gegangen?
Vieles. Also man ist einfach dankbar für das, was man hier erleben darf. Also man genießt jede Sekunde. Ich finde, Katie hat ganz tolle Sachen gesagt, gerade während der 1500-Meter-Rennen, was man sich da denkt. Ich glaube, da ticken wir doch ähnlicher, als man vielleicht glaubt. Und ja, also es ist einfach schön zu wissen, dass sich die harte Arbeit auszahlt. Und die internationalen Medaillen, die ich bis jetzt gesammelt habe, waren jedes Mal Medaillen, wo wirklich starke Mädels gefehlt haben. Deswegen war vielleicht vor den 1500 auch so ein kleiner Zweifel dabei. Ich war sehr aufgeregt und hatte sehr Respekt davor und bin einfach nur super happy, dass das alles aufgegangen ist, dass ich da so eine Zeit ins Becken geliefert habe. Ja.
So congratulations to Katie, Anastasia and Isabel. That's the end of the press conference. We can now interrupt the live streaming. Thank you.